Okay, folks, welcome to a quick follow-up video regarding Rocket Lab, symbol RKLB. I did a video on RKLB over the weekend, and this is a follow-up just to touch base on the price action today, what we're doing, and when we're looking to buy the stock. So let's kick it off first with the symbol SHLD. Why? Because this is the Defense Sector Technology Fund. And in my first commentary with regard to SHLD, we did a comparison using TrendSpider of the performance of SHLD relative to RKLB. We'll go to that in a moment. But first, what we want to do is take a look at SHLD, the sector as a whole. We know the market was down today. How did the sector do? And Boeing reports tomorrow. But overall, the sector, this is a weekly chart, one trading day, this is a Monday, so this reflects the price action of the week thus far. The shares of SHLD were down a little over 1%. We did put in a new weekly lower low. So, at current, bearish price action on the week, daily view. Now, what we were looking for here on SHLD was the potential for a breakout. Here, you have a bull flag setup, and that bull flag setup is still intact. It's not broken, but it's under pressure. There's no doubt about it. Volume today on SHLD rolled in just below average. So not horrific price action. We close off the lows of the day. Why does this matter when we're talking about RKLB? Well, the reason why it matters is that if you have an ETF, in this case, a large cap ETF that is outperforming, as I showed over the weekend, let's use the compare functionality. Let's change from SPY to SHLD. And you'll see that SHLD now overlaid in white is dramatically outperforming the shares of Rocket Lab. That's probably because of the fact that, A, the mega cap stocks in the SHLD ETF are just that, mega cap stocks. They're not as volatile. RKLB, far more volatile. It makes sense. There's no great shock here, nothing to get nervous about. You just need to be able to identify where you have historical support if you're looking to get long, and that's what we're going to decide tonight. So, the price action we know on SHLD was weak. No great shock that Rocket Labs was lower on the day by 4.212%. So if SHLD breaks down, we need to make the assumption that RKLB will continue to underperform until such time as I believe that yields begin to flatten out. Remember, RKLB is a small mid-cap stock, highly susceptible to rising interest rates. What did interest rates do today? They spiked up higher. So we need to be careful. We need to understand the macros behind what's driving the market right now. Now, let's take SHLD off. I drew my comparison. Now that we've identified how the overall sector is doing, now we could focus in on the stock. Now, let's begin with the daily chart and take note of the fact using the automated trend lines. And by the way, 35% discount off of TrendSpider, below on YouTube, above on Twitter. Take advantage of it. I give it away free to our silver and gold level members. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. We have support down here at $16.38. Again, click of a button, automated trend lines. Now, when we drill down to a 4-hour view, over the weekend I mentioned that we were probably going to test this 1880 level on RKLB. What did we do today? Not only did we test it, we broke it. This is a 4-hour chart, so this is the morning, obviously. This is the afternoon. So what we did is we did a check back. A retest of prior support is now acting as resistance. It was support here, now resistance. Now maybe tomorrow we gap up higher. I doubt it because the market is weak. SHLD was weak. Therefore, in all probability, RKLB will be weak as well. So what's our fallback position? What do we want to do? Well, we need to do a little bit more research. Let's take out our automated trend lines again and say, okay, where to from here? We know that this support level that was identified is now in the rear view mirror. It's now resistance. Where might we now want to get long of the stock? I'm looking at down here at around a 16 handle, low 16s, possibly even a 15 handle on RKLB before all is said and done. Now, Boeing does come out Tuesday morning before the bell. That could possibly spike the sector, given the fact that it is a component of the defense space. That being said, if they gap RKLB up tomorrow, does it close above this resistance level? It's not about how they open it, it's about how they close it. So I would be very, very careful with chasing this stock if in fact they gap it up on Tuesday morning. Ideally, if it fades, you wait for it to pull back to historical support down at, let's round it to a $16 per share mark. Now, going back to the daily chart here, because I don't want to be all doom and gloom, let's bring up our volume. Volume today was very light, very, very light. So the volume that you saw today was not institutional distribution, not in earnest. I think it's more has to do with there being a bias to the downside, as there is with the entire equity market, and the fact that you have a buyer's strike going on. So the spreads between bid and ask are probably pretty wide here. I haven't checked this afternoon, but it's an assumption. So I would be careful. I would wait for that $16 per share mark. And if they gap it up on Tuesday morning on a strong Boeing report, then I would be very, very wary. I'd wait till the 3 p.m. hour, see where it closes. And if it fails to hold this support level here at, let's call it $18.96. Let's round it up to $19 to be safe. If it fails to close above $19 tomorrow, I would avoid because it's probably going lower. And that's it, folks. Members, we're going to begin market wrap. I'm going to get that out to you shortly. We're going to talk about the closing price action of the major averages and our positions. I'll catch you there. Don't forget about TrendSpider. Get 35% off minimum using my discount code CON35. Link below on YouTube, link above on Twitter. Share with a friend. Leave a comment, and I'll talk to everybody soon. Like, subscribe. Take care.